Waiting for it to start. Waiting for the notification. There's the notification. Yo! Yo! That's cool. I'm not going to watch it on my phone. I want to load it up on my TV over here. Try a little bit something different. See if I hear it. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh yeah. Let's leave it running. Put on. Pop a dislike. Oh. Holy crap, Lois. I felt like streaming a couple days ago, but I had other things that popped up, and then I felt just too tired and not on my A game. I'm not quite on my A game, but I tried to pre-game with a single shot. I'm gonna nurse this little rum and note. Okay, my arm, this arm sticking out. Gotta move myself over. Going with the ride with me, fellow tubers. Losing my mind. Me and my bro was watching the Berserk 1997 anime in solidarity for my mans who had something like a cute heart arrhythmia, something similar to that kind of silly phrase. It's where your blood will the artery wall will separate and blood will flow out, but it'll heal itself over, but blood will keep like flowing into that and back. So he has this like scar tissue on his artery wall in his heart, and apparently that just broke, and then the blood flew out and he died. He was 54 years old. Pretty nuts. Pretty sad. R.I.P. I felt like maybe I should play some Berserk game. I thought about playing the PS2 game, but I haven't played enough of that. I wanted to just kind of chill. This is never-ending chill after all, and I am Mr. H. Welcome to the stream. I would like to thank Mr. Joe again for his bike footage back here that I'm using. Moving right along. Dug. I felt the 97 anime was really good for Berserk, but there was a lot of issues with withholding certain parts of the manga. That also, shout out 13 Riffs, thanks for coming on in. I'm glad to see you here. Glad to see you here, Blue Name. Hey, Blue Name. And I saw Jinx on his other channel was playing Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 4 2, 4 times 2. Nope, 4 plus 4. That's it. So he'll tell me what that's like, but I won't really care because I'm not looking forward to playing it. I can wait. He'll tell me if it's good or bad. I trust his opinion. Anyway, back on the topic of an anime. Has very good classic early 2000s cell animation. All that. Mwah. My man's on his way. I'm not going anywhere. I made sure to bring my gamer gear with me on the Jeep. This is a rented Jeep. This is Army surplus, and I'm hanging out on a bike path. So, it's not legal, but as you can see, there's nobody around me, so who's gonna catch me? The anime ends at the eclipse, like you would assume it would. But it not just ends at the eclipse, it ends at the worst part of the eclipse. right when you're like, okay, cool, we finally given Guts a motive for his rage and hatred. Let's go! Credits. I was like, damn, you didn't even show him escape from the eclipse? I guess it wasn't made yet. I was looking up like when the chapters were released and when the anime came out, so I'm guessing that that part wasn't out yet. They also cut Wild out, the Berserk, or the Barbarian Berserker Apostle character. Found that weird. I thought he was he's not a cool character, but he like is kind of important. You could play as him in this. Bundle of the Hoku. Rated R. Rated NC-17. I do not have the same rapport with Berserk, the historical context of Berserk, the way other fans did. I started reading it 2, 3. I think I was still in college, so I'm gonna say I started reading it about 5 years ago, 5 or 6. And I was impressed by the art. I was impressed by this kind of high fantasy story. I like high fantasy, especially when it's drawn very appropriately. Yeah, but I'm riding dirty, bruh. Ooh. Hey, cop. Beep, beep. Cop. It's behind me, the horn. Beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, Richie. Hey, Richie. Want some beep, beeps? Don't have an art video for today. It's those moments I should have a piece of paper, drew something, and held it up. And I go, there you go. I need to think about stuff like that. I'm too busy thinking about how to play with the formula of a stream. As you can see on how I created this Jeep out of some stolen clip art that I tweaked around in GIMP. Oh, I was having it. Let's check real quick since I'm on. Okay, it's still going. Okay. It wasn't working. I was about to start the stream and I wasn't able to get anything from that HDMI video capture device that I had, and I was restarting the computer. I think it's going. I unplugged the USB ports, plugged back in, turned on and off OBS, everything you'd want to do to troubleshoot. And it wasn't working. And there was a point where it's the same that happened with the Dark Souls stream, but the Dark Souls one didn't freeze after I was playing it. But it was freezing. And it was spooking me. Because I wanted to work. And I thought you pay for stuff to work, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes things just don't work. Here, Studio 68. No eyes on the road, drink. Pedal to the metal. This is my Jim Belushi look, or this is my 70s SNL cast member look. Oh, I got pulled down. I have a bit about a samurai who also serves sandwiches. I have a bit that's about people with cones for heads. Oh wait, maybe it's this finger. Fix this up. Oh, I gotta part my hair like Cobra does. I'm only a little less bald than Cobra. Excuse me, it's my trichotillomania. Early on in Berserk, when I was reading it, I found it kind of slow. Slow the same way like Game of Thrones is slow when you're not interested in socio-political, medieval. What's his tax policy? Hey, Ned Stark! Ned Stark! Where are you at? What's your tax policy? I need to know these things. These things are important to me for some reason. That was kind of a lot of the Golden Age arc for Berserk. A lot of people love that. A lot of people hate the other part. I was hearing all kinds. They're like, oh, it's like generic, dark, edgy, edgelord anime or manga. It was made in the 80s, or at least in the early 90s, so I don't know if it could be that edgelordy. If probably be whatever. Eat it. Eat it. I don't care. I don't care about your opinion. The art's great, and that's it. It's all that matters. The writing can be whatever. The plot can be whatever. As long as it's got that soul that he gave it. R.I.P. Mwah. Think about it. I always wanted it to end. I don't know if it'll end now. I guess he had some apprentice that studied under him, and he was kind of doing all the art. Not he wasn't doing it on himself, apparently. I hear conflicting reports. But it'd be real nice to see an ending. But I'd say probably keep it untouched. The better it's never. If it's not finished, it makes it one of the better artworks of history. Because art is never finished; it's abandoned. That's a lot of stuff I do too. A lot of the stuff that you respect and like normally isn't ever truly done. But maybe we can get a Lucas to come in there and tweak it up. He can retell the story. He can PG-13ify it, and he can release it on Netflix. Maybe do that. I'd recommend watching the 97 anime, but yeah, terrible. Many such cases. That's not true. There's really only one guy like that. Other people can get their own art style down where they got their fine detail, but to get the level of appropriate perspective, shape, form, figure shapes, and like everything looks like it's supposed to. If it was real, but completely blown out of proportion. It's nice. Who was that? Whose hand was that? Brought my gamer gear. Brought my liquor drink. Yeah, DUI for Miura. If that's how you pronounce it. Miura. I'll just say Miura. Kentaro Miura. His death hit pretty hard. First time I was like, damn. I was like, the meme came true. He did die before it ended. I laughed it off, and then all the misery settled in. And I was like, fuck, man. We lost a good one. We lost one of these Kangs. It's weird that he lived as long as he did with the stuff he was making, and there's only 3 Berserk games in the history of Berserk. One of which is a Dreamcast game, which I want. I saw it for pretty cheap on Amazon. It was it's called Sword of the Berserk, Guts' Rage, and it's an original story that's not in the manga. It's written by Miura, and it's for Dreamcast, and I want it. And there's the other one for PS2. But then there's the Musou game, and that great. Well, it's like the last. Maybe we'll get another Berserk game, but like to just retell the manga through Musou, I don't know. I don't know if that's what people really want. It's a fun waste of time. We finished the 97 anime, and then we started up the 2016 anime. And I was thinking, this is 19 years in the making, this 2016 anime. And I load it up, and the first thing I see is like a 3D model. And it's, well, first thing I see is it's not following directly after the events of the eclipse. It's a little like later. And I found that weird. I'm like, at least continue where that 97 one chose to not continue from. But I guess they made a they made their own 3D Golden Age arc retelling movie, OVAs, 3 of them. But they're still done in that same style that I can't stand. That 3D model mixed with 2D and classic 2D, and like the shading on the models is so harsh. The hatching that they did to try and mimic visual drawing shading hatch lines, that I'm surprised people were proud of that they were gonna release it. That's all of that's cool for an anime or something that isn't Berserk. If it was like an indie kind of deal or an original idea that some guy wanted to get done, and this is his easiest way to do it, I'd be more impressed by it. But the source material is insanely impressive, and to just hawk it off like that, man. Throwing away opportunities. You had all this. I forgot I got bounced around. I'm in a car. Dead man. I hope he wrote down some stuff of his overall where the series was gonna go. I was hoping we'd at least get one more or two. We were hoping for a lot of things. I think he was quoted as saying it was 80% done with the manga. And he just got to the Elf Island, so there was going to be another power gap thing that he probably would have got from the elves that probably would have given him an equal footing ability with Griffith or something like that. There would have been another upgrade, but as it stands now, I guess we all just assume him, Casca, and his son all live happily ever after on the Elf Island. The creator died. There is no world anymore. The world's been killed because it was all him. This is his world. There's no one else that can make it. It'd be hideous. You gotta go through those 5 stages of grief. You can't just say, oh, I got a manga artist that I know who could do it. This guy could do it. Thing about leaving stuff behind. There's another fella who got like pneumonia, something like that. It was in the hospital, and then he was like, "Oh man, if I can't die yet, I gotta finish my stuff." So he immediately goes hard on finishing up his manga. He's like, "Oh man, I don't want to die and have this shit not finished, bruh." But Miura had no family, like, man. So he doesn't really have an estate that can abuse his property. He doesn't have any kids that could take it and try and make money off of it. And Netflix said the day after the speculation that they were working on something, they were like, "No, we have no plans. We're not doing anything with that." And I doubt they would. It's very macabre world with Roy in it. Sex pest crimes. And murder. Brutal. That's what kind of helped the thing was the visceral imagery of brutality and monsters. Monsters help too. I put on back order because they're sold out. I grabbed the News of His Death I bought, the deluxe volume 2 and 3. I even went on Etsy and I bought a Bail-It keychain. I needed something to replace my old keychain thing. Separate what our keys look like. My key will have a Bail-It on it, so that'll be alright. And then I want to get a brand on my butthole. A tattoo of the brand. Not even a tattoo, I'll get the scar method and I'll get it right on my butthole. Because that's about where it belongs. A lot of people get that tattooed. You might as well get like "I'm a schmuck" written under it. Just get right on your forehead like Corcus. Corcus he got the brand right here. Just get it right there, you idiot. Sear it right there into your forehead. But shout out to Joe Dart coming on in. Thanks, man. I have the first one that's unopened. I got it around Christmas time, so that's how long it's been since it's been factory sealed. I was gonna read them, but I'll just wait until the 2 and 3 come in. They're only on 9, but 9 isn't apparently coming out until November of this year, and August of this year 8 comes out. So I got some time to pick them up. And Dark Horse is releasing them every 4 months. He's gonna release a new one. Warm in here. I got the air conditioning on. Probably this. Let's roll these sleeves up. Roll up my work sleeves. Wash my work ass. Yeah, 2016 one was pretty embarrassing. Guts was looking all wrong. Everything was kind of looking wrong. I don't know who thought it'd be a good idea to go from 2D animation to 3D when the action starts. Not a good thing. That ain't a good thing. It's hideous. It's almost like when you watch a Persona anime cutscene and then it cuts back to the 3D game. But this is there's no game aspect in this, so you're stuck. talked about that. I'm looking at my list of stuff I talked about. If I want to get into, I guess since I talked about Netflix with Berserk, I'll talk about Sweet Home, because I finished that a few weeks back. They say there'll be more after deluxe editions after 9. They say they're gonna keep going. The volumes go up to volume 28, 27 or 28. So they each have 3 in it. So it's gonna go like 3, 6, 9, 12, all that. And there's 40 volumes total. So there'll be a nice chunk of deluxe books when they do all come out. If you get about 6 of them, you have the greater chunk of the story. That's a pretty good amount to own. Because you're never going to truly have all of it, because I don't think it's going to be done. I don't think even the Japanese will touch it. I think they'd be too afraid, but maybe money will matter more than their artistic integrity. Who knows? Sweet Home, it really had a lot going for it early on. And then around the episode where the last stream I was talking about how I was on like episode 6, or I watched 6 and 7, and there's 12 episodes. And I said there's been a lull, and I'm worried that it might not pick back up. It didn't. That was around the end of it. It became your typical Walking Dead season finale. You've seen enough zombies, haven't you? Well, let's throw Negan in the mix. Oh, you're watching Dawn of the Dead and you're enjoying the mall stuff? Let's throw an evil biker gang in the mix. Oh, you're enjoying all this monster fighting? Well then, how about we throw an evil renegade soldier faction that kills off most of your characters. I'm just gonna spoil it because who cares? Most of the characters die. You kind of know that from the opening. That was the very first part was the instant worry, is because you see the end of the show, but you don't know it's the end of the show, but it's obvious it's the end of the show when you watch the first 15 minutes of it, and you're just waiting for it to get to that part. And little did you know that turns out the Koreans can write garbage just like Netflix writers. I thought it was going to be something different, but it wasn't. It was the same old. It was like the true enemy was man all along. We literally have people turning into fucking monsters. We got the apostles running around eating people, but please, it's man's fault. That was an immense disappointment. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. I'm not even gonna you get to see some cool monster fights for the first 2 episodes. But then you get sick and fucking tired of all these plots adding up to nothing. You would you think in your head like, oh, since it's a show about people turning into monsters, all the plots of evil people that get killed off, they'll come back as monsters and they'll be a threat. But no, they get killed off like unceremoniously almost immediately, and that's the end of their plot. Instead of thinking about how your plot can affect your overall narrative, they just thought, my narrative's going to be this, then it's going to be this, then it's going to be this, and then it's going to be this, and then it's going to end. It's not going to be like all this leads up to something. It's going to be each bit. It's like they made a fucking TV show, and they did. They made just a boring 12-episode TV show. And it had me going there for a second. Fuck, man. I even wrote it down thing. I said, Sweet Home sucks. It does suck. The more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. The killing off characters that survived like 8 episodes just to kill them by your evil man character who just showed up in 1 episode. I'm you a guy, I got a cigarette in my hand, you motherfucker. I killed them all. They're all dead. Fuck your show. I thought there was going to be a lot, but even the monsters disappear. They write in shit. They write in like there's a 0 hour that allows you to kill the monsters. And they, in the like the opening of the fucking show at the end of the first episode, they show there's like 700 monsters of different types running around the world. And these fuckers are going in cars and driving around and shit. And there's not one monster that shows up. Trash. In fact, me talking about this much makes it seem like it's worth talking about. It's not. But for a second there, I thought that my faith in TV shows made in the modern age could be recovered, and, nope! We're going on literally nothing on Netflix is watchable. You can watch that shit on Netflix. You paid for it. Dummies paid for it. Pretend like you're getting a good deal out of it by watching that stuff. That Haunting a Hill House shit, too. I watched that. Those Stranger Things past season 1. You telling me Netflix, that's what Netflix is for. Just watch Stranger Things season 1, that's it. It's the Stranger Things show. You pay a monthly fee to watch the first season of Stranger Things. But anyway, Miura was too busy playing Idolmaster and eating Pocky and drinking Ramune to sit down and finish up some pages on his manga. And that's probably what got him his heart disease or whatever got him. Whatever the doctors call that. I was watching Cobra catch up. Love and vanity. That's the sting for Cobra catch up. He was watching some after school special tier short film about bullying people with cancer. And it was about a little girl bullies another girl because she's bald. And she goes hard, too. This girl's bullying like an 8th level bully professional. And Cobra's bitching about it the whole time, going, see, this is what I'm talking about. And he's like he's calling these little girls bitches and sluts and skanks. I'm like, she's 12, dude. I know you're mentally 12, but can you pretend you're 30? Cobra keeps doing this to his hair. He keeps looking and doing, hold on, let's do it this way. That's the wrong part. So he keeps matting it down. And there's like no hair left. It's like a spider web on his head. My trichotillomania! Trichotillomania! Yeah, I think it's been like a week or so since I streamed last. That's what really kind of forces me to do a stream, is when I go about a week without doing it. Been watching My Name is Earl. First season's funny. And then after that, shit's the bed. I'm on season 3 now. It's very few and far between anything makes me laugh on that show anymore. It used to make me laugh in that first season. Had some pretty funny jokes, but not anymore. It's more mean-spirited and less heart. Like, Trailer Park Boys gets what My Name is Earl wanted to kind of get, but it does it better. Like, if Julian instead wrote a list on trying to right all the wrongs they did from people, and that would have been his overall series arc, instead of just Freedom 35, Freedom 45. You could have probably had, like, you got a better My Name is Earl. If just Trailer Park Boys with Earl's character motif. I got a lot. I don't think any of these things fit really in the overall conversation. That Cobra catch-up was the most watching Cobra cry, shedding tears, unironic tears. It's something that's like poorly acted. It's like if he read a Hallmark card and then started tearing up at it. Like, holy shit, dude, this Hallmark card is so touching. Sorry you're bald, but it's because you have cancer, but you don't understand that. And that is what the I didn't know. Hey, Charles Carroll went live. Stop stream sniping me. Find your own content. Tell your cult to leave me alone. You don't have a cult. Of course not. Just because everybody follows your every whim and promotes what they promote. It's just a cult. It's a fan base. Oh. Silly. I love Charles Carroll though, but he used to have some pretty cool streams where I like the last one I watched of his was he watched Fantastic Planet because it's public domain and he didn't get flagged for it. That was next level. That was a lot of fun. Hanging out with chat watching that movie. But like I care about him just talking about world problems. It just becomes more like a self-help seminar. Yep, it was. Cobra, it was just like Mundane Matt reading his YouTube sub award. They finally acknowledge how much. My industry award. It's like if Coke sent you a trophy for collecting Coke points. And you cried about it. You're like, I've smoked so many Camel cigarettes, all my Camel points. I got this Joe Camel plushie. They finally acknowledge I'm good. Am I good? Tell me I'm good. It's about 40 minutes of me not playing Berserk. Let's get around playing some Berserk. Let's hope the PS4 didn't freeze. Nope, it's going. Not PS4, but the dongle. I've been trying to beat everything on my max level Griffith, Super Griffith. And move this over. Hawk Reborn, helm member of the Band of the Hawk. Yeah, beast of the darkness. Yeah, gets a form letter. Send a letter from corporate comes in. Switch back. I think that should be fine. I just gotta check my... Trying to hear the sound. I don't think it's playing. I can hear it, but it's I don't know if it's playing through the turn up my TV. And okay. I know you can hear the music. I just couldn't. Alright. Can never tell. If it's playing twice, who gives a fuck? These streams are pointless anyway. I'm playing it on Berserk difficulty because I needed the trophy for killing all the large apostles on Berserk difficulty, so I'm also doing it as Griffith for some reason. I think there's a reason why I'm doing it as Griffith. Probably because I unlocked him. I did the tough thing where you go through all the... You unlock his super form. Ah, Moose Out games. Everybody's favorite game type. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with Moose Out types. I just wish they had more content. And I'm playing as Mr. Did Nothing Wrong. Mr. Selfish, as I like to call him. I want to be god of the world. I'm like, yeah, who don't want that dream? Only someone completely schizo wants that dream. I want to literally be god of the world. I'm not a weirdo. Femto. You shall be called Femto. You will be my favorite bird brother. Oh. Re-listening. Can never get this sound shit right. I set it so I can hear it. It might be playing twice, but as I'm thinking about it, I think I can fix that. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Yeah, what I did was I'm listening to the audio through the desktop, so you're hearing the desktop audio, but I'm muting the output of the PS4, but monitoring the PS4 audio so it plays through the desktop audio. Because I also want to hear the music. And speaking of which, I can't hear the music, so I gotta see what's going on there. That should be good. There we go. Because this game lets you turn off the game music, so I can just listen to my music. I'm killing two birds with one stone. Also trying to beat all the story levels on Berserk. And that isn't too hard when you got characters like this. Level 99. What you gotta do is function your little purple bar. You can't see it on the screen because I'm blocking it. There's a little Musou gauge you fill up, and you activate that. And then when you activate that, you fill up another gauge that's behind me, that red one, and that you press R2 on, and that's your transformation bar, which makes you immortal and ungodly strong. So it's how you're able to fight these bosses on Berserk difficulty without too much hassle. What do you think you can kill Griffith? Griffith literally obtained Ascension. He reached full. He got 1,000 gamer score. He got the platinum trophy in the world. All he had to do was become an embodiment of evil to do it. Something. things people just want to do, I guess. Move my camera this way. But yes, Mr. Dart says I was playing RE8 all afternoon. It's pretty alright. Crap company. Really knows how to squeeze the life out of a series. I've heard, that goes on to one of my talking points, I've heard people bad-mouthing it. People are like, why is it not scary? One thing I did learn about is that it's the only thing I care about is how it connects to the rest of the franchise. And from what I heard, me not likey. Me no likey what they did with the origins of the RE universe story. Babies, plug your ears for spoilers, but apparently that big-titted bitch is responsible for Oswell E. Spencer's inspiration to even want to do anything he wanted to do. So Umbrella only exists because this big-titty mommy vampire was working with immortality fungus. And that really puts a shit pickle in the entire story. Thank you, my queen. I kneel. Thank you for giving me the inspiration on what I already had the inspiration for. Let's just add that she fucking paused Wesker's butt with her big Fuda, her Fuda piece. That's what I heard. I heard that she's got a big sausage swinging between her legs. You know what I'm saying? It comes with being 8 feet tall and undead and working with the mold. It's a mold appendage. But I haven't played the game, and I'll play it when the gold edition comes out, because that's how I feel about it. I have no interest. All you had to tell me was like it has really no connection. It was the same how I felt about 4. Resident Evil 4 went with the whole let's take a complete detour from the story and do some OG idea. Call it the survival horror roots. Alienate the established fan base and then win Game of the Year all years by everybody back in 2006. You're hearing the dark secrets right now of how I feel about the Resident Evil series. 4 is a fine game to play. If that was the only Resident Evil game you ever played, then it's probably one of the best games you've ever played. I went through a period of a phase where I played the Resident Evil games from when they came out around until the Resident Evil hiatus that took place before 4 came out, and I stopped caring. Like I got tired of Resident Evil. I was like, yeah, I got the story, everything. The raccoon blew up, and like Chris and Claire are going to destroy Umbrella after beating Code Veronica. I was like, well, that's it. Everything else will kind of be spin-offs until a real story entry. And then 4 came out, and it decided to not follow any of the story and do its own thing. And everybody loved it for that. Whatever. I've long since had my cope. This is just my complaint for stream. Big titty mommy vampire is the least interesting part of the story. She's just one villain. She's just one of many minions, and the main baddie is like they took the merchant from 4 and gave him wings. Okay. because other than that, I don't know anything. I've seen the typical photos of people, like the fetus thing in the hallway. I've seen that. That's really it. I believe I saw what the final boss looked like back when the leaks came out. They like leaked all the like a bunch of assets and stuff, so we kind of knew what was going on. And what I really hoped was Wesker was going to be a vampire guy who has been staying alive in this European country for about 7 years. But they just always find something to piss me off. Jake Wesker, Alex Wesker. It's because they... Let me turn this down. I don't care anymore. I would have been like the first person to line up in front of GameStop and buy a copy day one of Resident Evil 8. It should be a test to how little or how much they fucked up my interest in that franchise, because I can wait. I know there's a fat guy in the game in 8. There's Fat Merchant. He's a fat guy. There are still people who don't think that the Resident Evil 4 remake will be an asset flip of 8. I'm like, they already made the assets. It's that's what you do when you're a game developer, especially when you've completely run out of talent, is you just start flipping it. That's pretty cool, man. $40, that's nice. That's a pretty good price. I want to know if they're releasing DLC, because I'm not going to buy the DLC if it's not on a disc. I like owning Resident Evil games, but I don't like owning the incomplete versions of Resident Evil games. That kind of shit makes me sick. Oop, gotta skip that. Don't want to get flagged for showing copyrighted anime. I have been playing a little bit of Days Gone. It came free with the PlayStation Plus, and it was only like 40 gigs, so I installed it. Because I beat Homefront Revolution, which sucks. And now I'm playing that. Yeah, cosmetic stuff. That's what I assume it's at right now. I'm waiting. I guess I have to wait a year. And that's not going to bother me. You know what? If I die in that time... No skin off my ass. I don't care. Miura died. There ain't gonna be an end to Berserk, so... The last true... Like, I already got to see Twin Peaks The Return. You know what I'm saying? That was... It's done. I told myself when Twin Peaks The Return came out, it was gonna be one of the last good things ever released. Ever. I don't care what you say. I like going the hardhead, the blowhard route. There will not be another good thing. It's done. People's creative drive, their inspiration. A lot of people who make stuff now, their mindset and their pop culture knowledge is focused solely on stuff made around around the turn of the last 2 decades. Yes, I did. And if you beat the game, they give you a unlock in the main menu so you can play Time Splitters 2, as it's in extras. So you have to beat the game for that to unlock. But I also did find the arcade cab. And the arcade cab is literally near the end of the game. It's the last place you have to go in the game. It's the last safe house. And I was like, this better not be a thing. And then I looked in after I beat it, and it's an extra. So after you beat it, you're pretty much rewarded with an already unlocked time splitters too. And that's pretty cool. I love time splitters. I don't want more time splitters. What I want is the time splitters that were already made, but done so I can play them again. That not on PS2. Remasters would be sick. Like, fuck, man, those games are so good. Especially with like a good online multiplayer component. They had so many. Shit was fun. A good reason why I don't think anything will be good again is I watched really old Silent Hill 2 and 3 like developers making of videos and looking at like what these like schizophrenic weirdo Japanese men, what like how they were thinking and what they were for just a PlayStation 2 video game. Oh my god, like people would be like, you're putting that much effort into this, but oh my god, they made that was true art. Watching the behind the scenes on the shit they did there. Now for The Last of Us 2, we have what, realistic butthole hair physics. What's the Red Dead 2? We finally have actual real working horse testicles. You can thank our audience for requesting that. You see that mountain? You can climb it. You see that pole? You can ride it. There's Wild. Wild, he's all upset. He's like, they cut me out of the anime. What the hell? Oh, God damn it. Like Cobra says. Hacking and slashing and hacking and slashing. Story of the Musou games, really. Days Gone is okay so far. Okay, that's all I can give it. It's like a good Walking Dead game. Like, if somebody told me that, I'd roll my eyes and I'd be like, that doesn't sound like something I want to play. But I know there's a lot of people who like Walking Dead, so it's like a good Walking Dead game. The main character really needs to, like, someone in the sound booth when they were directing the audio, wasn't really understanding, like, this guy will go from, like, quiet whispering to like shouting about incoherent nonsense within like a minute of each other while you're walking around places. I don't know if that's the actor's fault or if that's a sound director thing, but it's incongruous and it feels abrupt and it takes me out of the whole thing when he's like blah, 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 and then he'll go blah, 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 and he'll bitch about something else, and he's always yelling, and I'm like, isn't this a game where you're supposed to be quiet because these things can hear you? And everyone's favorite gimmick, crafting. My problem is when they put shit like that in there, you don't have like, I want infinite pockets. I don't want to like have my select amount of stuff I can grab, craft my stuff, and then realize that after I use it, I need to go out and go search for more stuff again. I'd rather get the crafting portion out of the way by grinding out the materials I need and never having to go back to stupid shit like that. But that's apparently not what crafting means now to game developers. How is that realistic? I don't know. How's it fucking realistic that a guy can jam nails into every weapon that he has with his hands? I don't have a hammer in any of my slots. I don't go to a crafting bench to do it. But being able to hold more than 6 rags... Yeah, I get the same feeling when I was playing The Last of Us. The first time I played The Last of Us. Where I get just sick of it. I'm stealthing around, pressing triangle when the context pops up to instant kill these enemies. Everybody's talking about how we's trying to survive out on these streets. And somehow all the, like... man. I'm gonna try and keep playing it. Like, I try. The only thing I really liked in Days Gone was the riding momentum down hills mechanic. They're like, you can conserve gas by riding downhill. If you don't press the accelerator, then you won't use gas, and the hills will help speed you up. I was like, well, that's cool. I kind of wish I didn't have a gas meter anyway. Or if you could let me put one of the fucking million gas tanks around the world on my motorcycle. Every time I feel like it's depression causing it, it's like boredom. I play these games and I feel the fleeting moments of a good game, and I'm like, okay, I kind of see where this could go. And then they always do something completely fucking regarded. I'll save you, Pippin. I've only heard a bunch. It could be all shills. More than likely, it's a bunch of people shilling the game really hard. But I hear a lot of positive things. They go, it's like, it's the best goddamn story I've ever played. Best zombie story. Best acting. It's the best zombie game ever made, says a guy who's real. So I gave it a shot, because also I heard about people not liking it for it being problematic. And when people like that are going to shit on a game for stupid reasons, that makes me more interested in a game. when they're like, no, don't play this, it goes against my political beliefs. Then I go, well, then I might play it, because if you have a problem with it, means it can't be that bad. But it's more or less just like, it might also be another form of shilling, where they're like, if I make you think that people that you don't like hate it, then you're gonna like it because of blah, 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 blah. And it works. That's another sales tactic. You find some fat, stinky homeless man to go, oh man, I hate McDonald's cheeseburgers. And then you're like, well, maybe McDonald's cheeseburgers aren't that bad. This fat, stinky homeless man hates them, but I could like them. I'm gonna buy me more because screw that fat, stinky homeless guy. You can do that, video games. You just need to hire your Twitter crew to go on other websites and just fake post. I guess the only thing is to stop playing video games. But we are like the first generation or so with like, this is our movies. You know how you have like your film buffs who watch your movies over and over, and they engage in movies and they love movies, and they eat it up and they watch the old movies because it's part of their we have a new generation of adults that do that for video games instead. But it's incredibly weird product manufacturing. I don't know. It's such a heady weird. It's like a cult on a product cult. Because I don't believe the Berserk Musou game was made to like be art. It was made to sell a product based on a thing you know. And then some games, like Suda51 games, are kind of like tongue-in-cheek, like, say you took a magazine and you cut out parts of a magazine from a bunch of different magazines, and then you glued it all together in a collage. That's kind of how I feel when I play Suda51 games. That it's all based on things. It's all things that have already been done, but it's like turned up. They turn the dial up to make a game that makes people think it's more art than it is. It's really just like a byproduct of this guy's fascination with other products. Like everybody really digging Red Dead 2 as like one of the greatest stories. I was like, have you guys never watched a cowboy movie ever? This is like the plot to every cowboy movie ever. But just because you can't ride for 7 hours on the back of a horse across empty landscapes, it's not. But don't listen to me, I'm just a jaded old man. You kids know what's up. You kids are smart. You're the next generation. You guys are gonna grow up to change the world. The world won't be exactly the same. It'll be different because you're around. I saw a commercial that was like, you should listen to your elders. And I was looking at it and I was like, you talk to half those fucking old pieces of shit. The same generation of elderly who pissed their 1960s and their early youth away by having drugs, having sex, and being all around degenerates for about 20 years of their life. I should listen to what they have to say. They know what's up. Would you listen to the kids, what they're doing now, just because they're 80? Like, hey kids, I was on TikTok back in the day, so I know what's up. Some elderly deserve respect. Not all elderly deserve respect, and you don't need to listen to them. Take my word for it, kids. Don't listen to old people. Said I failed, but whatever. You failed. Femto, please save Casca. We know what you did to Casca, but could you save her instead? A generation of people who convinced everyone to pay them to learn how to do jobs that they never give up. Yep. Hey, you can pay 50, 60 grand. Well, even more so if you want to be a doctor. You could pay about 100 grand to be a doctor, but I ain't gonna give up my position. And plus, people won't trust you because you're young. People trust old doctors. People like old doctors. You get your doctor and some 26-year-old shows up, you roll your eyes and walk right out. You'd be like, come on, nah. What am I, on a joke? 26-year-old doctor walks in the office and says, have you been vaccinated yet? Don't worry, everybody. I've been vaccinated. Is that illegal? I think that's illegal to say that you've been vaccinated when you haven't. I think the CIA comes to your house and puts a 7-inch rod through the back of your head. Or they take you in for mandatory reassessment. You thinking like a doodle bug. That's what they call it, doodle bug brain. Everybody, look what we got here. We got ourselves another doodle bug. You know what we do with doodle bugs, don't you? Well, I sure hope it's not lining us up and shooting us. No. What do you think, we're barbarians? No, we give you the microwave gun. Oh, great. At least I'm not being shot. Miura got out. That's pretty cool. 54 got out for It's Too Bad. Left a legacy. That's all you really want. You want to leave a legacy. Because no matter how old he got, he would always be known as the guy who created Berserk. He wouldn't be known for anything else. Now he's gonna be like legendary, because having Berserk unfinished means it's like a... It's next level now. It goes up there with like Tolkien works or Frank Herbert. Nah, it's only been an hour 22. I was hoping it's already been 4 hours and I can end the stream. Had a lot of other stuff to do at the house. A lot of stuff we gotta think about and worry about. Haven't really had time to think about streaming or anything like that. Because every time I do it, I always try and one-up my previous streams by at least making it look a little visually different. I try not to stick with the same visual. I wonder if anyone else had their copy of Doom Eternal still sealed as long as I had. And I'm a big Doom fan. I bought it back in January for 20 bucks. Just haven't felt like playing it. The conflicting reports of how people take the game is kind of, and the way it's looked, screenshots kind of turn me off of how it looks. Let's destroy the powder barrels, but it's not really pointing out powder barrels. Is it these? Okay, this must be. I see it now. Go, Griffith! Set the forest on fire, mate. So you admit you're flaming and you want to mate. Was like the 40th Never-Ending Chill Spectacular. That's it. The reveal of how I actually feel about the current state of video games and pop culture in general. It stinks. Yes, Mr. Sherman, everything stinks. Oh, I've been watching Classic Addams Family. That's what's up. Fun show. Learning a lot about the Addams Family lore. Like how in the remake movie they changed Uncle Fester from being Gomez's brother, or he's his brother in the movie, but in the show he was his nephew. He was Uncle Fester to everybody in the house. I've been digging Addams Family. Didn't like that new remake one. I think they kind of got they forced in a hammy message in the new CG movie about like acceptance and bigotry and how you need to learn to accept the blah 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 blah. Go fuck yourself. I prefer the message of the original Addams Family show, which was yo, these people are weird and I don't want to go near their house. And that's it. Everyone was like, I don't go near the Addams house. It's spooky. And that's all you need to know. You don't need to talk about, it's like, I hate them Addamses. Get off my lawn, Addamses. There was one cool episode where Lurch was playing his harmonium and he was singing, and some young cool hip kids showed up and heard it, and they were like, man, that's some good stuff. And then Lurch became like super famous among the local youth for his singing voice. And that's all the level of oh, here it is. Wild's transformation. He's going wild. Do I have any more? I think nope, that one's a health. That one I think was a health. One's a full heal. Come on, Griffith, you can take him down. I did like that, like a couple of the plots of the movies, of the Addams Family movies, those 90s ones, have some loose TV show connections, like Lurch, or not Lurch, but Uncle Fester trying to find a wife and or girlfriend because he's been single so long. Yeah, you can play this wild transformation. You can even play as. I like that these monster forms from like Zod and Wild you can play as. So they have functional attack patterns. So they're not just boss fights. A couple of them are just boss fights, but like the couple of the characters are playable with transformations. I ain't knocking Femto all the way like that. The man can like void warp things. He cut Zod's horn off without even trying. Are you gonna knock this guy away? I guess I'll use one of them. Fairy Dust. Full heal. That's what. If you ride this horse, you can slowly raise that red bar that I try and fill. Just a way to survive. It's basically infinite health. It goes pretty far in the manga too. It doesn't quite fit all of it. The parts that I really liked post like it doesn't get without spoiling you only fight the Kushan Emperor once. You don't even get to fight him in his like coolest form and stuff. But it's close enough. Indy. Wild's one of the few apostles that gets killed. Zod kills him. Zod's like, shut up. He's never gonna become Femto if you keep telling him what to do. Here, that'll show it. Wild had it coming. He was an asshole. Only what's the eclipse? Well, only the coolest thing imaginable. What do I sell this stuff or do I sell multiple? I guess. Keep. It's equipped? Why would I have crap like that equipped? Weird. Yeah. Yeah, having boss fights in Musou games or what's up. Oh, I still gotta sell one thing. God damn. Can I sort? Yeah, I want to sort by... Sort by sell? Is that what they'll let me do? Sort by stuff you should sell? Don't sell that. Sell this crap. Keep getting stuff. I might as well delete as much as I can. crap, man. Yeah. Fuck, fuck, fuck. The fifth angel. We are Cenobites. No, God Hand. Cenobites copyrighted. Miura totally didn't watch Hellraiser and thought that was cool. I'd like to watch this, but I can't. Griffith hanging out here. Griffith, you're not supposed to be here. This is a paradox. Yeah. Man. Yeah, I keep thinking about all the stuff we gotta still do. Had a pile of crap in our backyard for the better part of 2 years from when we had the roof tiling worked on, so the leftover tile's been sitting there in the backyard. And we need we have a truck, but we gotta get the truck fixed. So we had to wait for the opportune time where we could afford the money to spend to fix up the truck. And then we got to buy a permit from the dump and then buy some work gloves and then pack a bunch of rock and tiles with nails in it in the back of a truck. We got some work to do. Once it's done, it'll be great. But video games don't really give me the satisfaction of a reprieve from the problems of average everyday life. And we got this like vine that's growing on telephone pole, and I gotta like cut that up, and it's really thick, so like it's a wood pole that's owned by the state. It's a state wood pole, so I can't cut it, but I can try and cut the vine. Then I gotta clean up I got another bush I gotta clean up with a chainsaw. I got your average, the crap that you don't want to do. Tedious yard work. have been continually keeping up with my Dragon Ball Z movie watching, rewatching them. I wanted to watch them before I get into the Dragon Ball Z Super Brawly movie. I did finish Bio Brawly. That was the last one out of the order. So I got all the Brawly movies down. Bio Brawly's like pretty whack, but it's also kind of good. It shouldn't have been like a Brawly movie. It should have been something else, because I like the idea of Gotenks and Trunks and Krillin having something to do, and Mr. Satan. Just a plot without Goku is cool, but it's like a Brawly thing, and I don't know. They shouldn't have done that with Brawly. I don't know how they got Brawly's cells. They launched his ass into the sun, and his heart exploded. And he flew into the sun, and he exploded. Keep pressing the wrong button. I want to do the transform, not the circle again. Oh, cool. Eggie's streaming. That's what's up. Give me something to watch when I'm not streaming anymore. I wanted to read my talk list. In my Beetleborgs catch-up, I had that written down in Beetleborgs catch-up. Little Ghoul is still pissing me off. I don't know what character, why they decided to put a character that everybody hates that only causes the exact same problem around the house in your sitcom. So, like, if you were writing a sitcom, would you say, you know what, I'm going to put in season 2 this completely obnoxious, terrible character that nobody likes that constantly causes folly and problems for the house cast of characters that have been already established, and they don't like beat this little piece of shit up constantly like it deserves, and they never know, like, it's always stealing shit from them. There's been like 9 episodes of this season 2 where this fucking little thing has stolen their gear. And then they still blame it on everybody else and not the obvious house member who causes mischief. I hate Little Ghoul. Hashtag write Little Ghoul out of Beetleborgs. Little Ghoul ain't even a universal horror monster, but neither is Flabber. But Flabber is okay because he's kind of the mentor. He's the Zordon type, so he can be kind of original looking. But Lil Ghoul is literally just some fucking idiot. Lives in the basement. Has the most irritating voice. Lil ghoul. More like you a fool. Pippin, you better not be a demon. I know you are. You better have not been murdered and they're using your corpse as a puppet. I want to see it. Show me his corpse. Hollowed him out. Femto? I'm Femto. You're not Femto. There's only room enough for one Femto in the Berserk universe. And that's a me, a Femto. Oh yeah, I forgot. This fight has this tedious. The only fight in the game's got this stupid shit. You get artificially slowed down because of those things. There could be only one of me. This. This is nuts. This is crazy. Besides, it was Linda Blair. Very good. It was Linda Blair. You know, maybe I can hit him from this distance. I think it'll go far enough forward. It might hit him. Alright, rip it, yeah! What's that thing that's stopping me there? Back again. Tedious ass fight. This fight was so tedious. It's exactly like this when you're fighting them in the like wave survival special, like what do you call it? What was it called in Devil May Cry? The tower, the Tower of Terror, the Height of Fright, the Hall of Mortal Kombat. can't see what is keeping me. Okay, it is working. Alright, doing that. That's good. Ooh. Ooh! Gonna show some titty? Well, we all know Griffith did. Hold on. Whoop. Woo-hoo! Ooh. Stop right there, gamers. This is getting a little too sexy. Griffith, what are you doing with that dick? Dude, put it away. Know exactly what I'm gonna do with this dick. And we all knew what he did with it. But you're my father figure. I know. I'm just a creep. Nah, as the Anons would put it, Griffith did nothing wrong. Like, I guess if being god of the world through your own selfishness is doing nothing wrong. Oh, but everybody would be fighting and warring feudally forever and ever. Now angels, demons, and men can all live in peace and harmony in the new Falconia. Griffith made out of the eclipse. Now he's still hanging out with Guts. Gotta fight these ghosts. Yo, Griffith, put your dirty dick away. No. Was it autism? Because Griffith says a lot of things like, I don't feel anything. All I want is my goal. I have one goal in mind, and it doesn't involve thinking about how people feel about me obtaining that goal. Hey Guts, I'm back. You know that guy just did all those horrible things to that girl you like? Don't worry Guts, I'll help you. Yeah, no, perfect. Oh, I guess I can talk real quick about this. When I beat Metro, I beat the first two Metros again because I got the dual pack on PS4, and the sequel, Last Light, follows the bad ending of the first game, but the third game follows the good ending of the second game. And as people know, if you've played them, those endings are notoriously hard to obtain. Like, I thought I did literally everything right. I did as good a fucking playthrough as you could. There are obviously some like Poner Honer moments that if you don't do it, you won't get the good ending in the second Metro game. That pissed me off. I was like, just make it based on the bad ending again. Holy crap. But, like, I didn't understand the reasoning for that. It's probably because they wanted to put the dark ones back in their sequel game, so they just base it on the dark one ending of where you blow up all the dark ones from the first game. So it follows cohesively. Yep, bad ending 1 is canon, and good ending 2 is canon. Who knows what Exodus is, what ending in Exodus is the canon one. I was knowing it because in the end, the quote bad ending, you blow up, and the little monkey kid, the little monkey dark one that you were saving is supposed to save you if you did everything right. And then I looked it up and I was like, dude, I did all that stuff. So there had to have been like little tiny stupid fucking things that I didn't do. And I said, fuck you, game. I'd rather play Stalker. Also, having like beat Metro like 6 times, I think it's like the 6th time I've beaten it, and probably the 2nd time I've beaten Last Light. I'm just kind of tired of those story heavy games like that. I like Stalker for its open world and very loose story that you don't even have to pay attention to. The problem is you got to pay attention to there isn't like, they don't force cutscenes on you every 15 minutes, and you gotta wait for events to take place that you've already seen and you remember vividly. It's just those small things that keep me wanting to play Stalker and not wanting to replay Metro. Metro's not a bad game. They're good. They got good gunplay. They're good graphically. I play them with Russian voices on because I think that's how you're supposed to. There's something really bad about a bunch of Russians speaking English, where you hear that, it's the heavy Russian accent, but in English. Artyom, do everything. Artyom, why aren't you doing everything? Artyom, I want you to fuck my girlfriend, yes?
We're heading straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. We stay right here, we could feel ourselves. We'll stay away forever. We'll hide away when no one. Let's run away together.
I think the enemies in Stalker are creepier I don't want to say better designed because they're technically not, but they are like better ideas of designs than in Metro. Metro, you wind up just kind of fighting. You fight hulking shrews, you fight hulking weasels. Once in a while, you fight a winged dragon guy. You fight a slime. There's some slimes. I remember that. Some spiders. But I like the snorks, the gas mask mutated guys that walk on all fours and leap at you in Stalker, and the what was it, the brain scorcher guy or whatever it's called. Even the dwarfs where they're like mutated Gopnik stalkers, but they're like all squat. And they've turned into like weird. They're called dwarfs for a reason. Just weird shit. I liked all the enemies that they removed from the game. I like to add them back in mods, like the zombies. The zombies are just like brain scorcher victims that made it out of the brain scorcher zone. And now they're just kind of like mindless, actual dead, reanimated stalker corpses. And they can still, I don't think they shoot you. But then there's that one that has like really long arms that run at you. That was cut out. And I guess I can see why it was cut out, but when you add all these enemies back in the game, it really breathes new life into the world. Especially when you add blowouts, where you have to hide indoors and hide from zone emissions that spawn new mutants and give you new artifacts that spawn up and change where anomalies are located. It just switches up the world a little bit more and make it like more interesting and original. These are original cutscenes. These aren't based on an anime, so I can show these. Oh no. It's Casca and Griffith, not technically not Griff. It's Guts and Casca's kid, but corrupted by evil. Should have stepped on it, man. But for real, it's better to keep it alive. I think in the long run. Since the manga's not over with, it's not a good. You should have stepped on it. Because then it winds up becoming a harbinger for Griffith's return. Spoilers. But, Casca, if I step on it, it goes smoosh. I like that. Yeah, that's funny. Shout out to a totally comedic line by Joe. Oh, shit. How much do I have left in this game? Quipfoth is in Devil May Cry 5. It's the Forest of Hell or something like that, and there's a really good representation of it in the manga. I say manga because I'm a hick from the Midwest. Is that the manga? Who's that? Griffith? Casca? Survive till morning. The baby was technically his phylactery. It was like cause he needed. There's a moment that I know. Happens where there's another character. I'm not gonna go too far into spoilers here because these parts are good, just in case you haven't read those parts. But there's another like apostle character who uses the body of their kid to almost like reincarnate Griffith so he exists. And it's a really big arc. It's what pretty much leads into Griffith being back on Earth. Because right now he's trapped in the void as the fifth angel. He has no ability to really come back to the world. I think, if I remember reading that right. I didn't know if Griffith was actually still in the world and waiting for that. I don't remember. I think it's it creates the new world that finally blurs the line between fantasy and reality, and instead of evil spirits invading, like fucking mythological creatures become real, and fucking Sasquatches start running around, and Hydras start existing, and it becomes the world that you're like, ooh, this is interesting. You're like, is Guts gonna fight a Sasquatch now? That's why I liked when they fought the Kelpie. I was like, water horse? That's what's up. Doing shit like that's cool. That's stuff I like. Thank God we're past all this boring talking shit of this political Game of Thrones-esque espionage, secret plots to kill people, overthrowing other kingdoms, trying to blah, 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 blah. Don't care. I want to know, a lot of people, yeah, they don't like when Guts gets the Berserk armor. That they were like, eh. It kind of turns it into a generic, I think they think it turns into something generic. I think it enhances what was already there because of how long the manga's been going. I think enhancing it with the Berserk armor was more or less like, it felt kind of a natural progression for the character. But that's my opinion. It gives Guts that little bit of edge to be able to beat things that are inhuman and almost impossible to kill. Oh man, these skeletons in the 2016 anime look so bad. For a second, it flat looked like PS2 cutscene tier. And now, don't get me wrong, I think the aesthetic of like Drakengard with its cutscenes, its CGI, look pretty good. It has a really artistic quality to it that really it does something original. But when it's Berserk, don't put your PS2 Drakengard cutscenes in a Berserk anime. And you get a lot of soullessness in emotion out of the 3D models. They don't quite... It was the same problem with like Silent Hill Downpour. When you wanted a character to show real emotion in that game, their model couldn't really show it. It was all the voice actor's job to portray emotion that these models can't portray. And I guess that was at a time before like Heavy Rain came out. I don't know what came out first, Heavy Rain or Downpour, but if the Downpour creators were too lazy to do decent face capture, then that game deserves to fail. It's like the face capturing in the original Silent Hill games are so good. In their... I think they were better off making CGI cutscenes in Downpour instead of trying to do in-engine cutscenes. Just render out your own. There was a weird brief period where everyone was starting to go, man, we don't even need CGI cutscenes anymore because they feel incongruous and they separate from the gameplay too much. And now I think people want them back because games don't look good. I was playing Days Gone, and it's looking like blown out. It washed out like interlacing styling of a resolution, where it's not crisp and the textures aren't sharp, and everything kind of just looks muddied. Like they used FXAA, the whatever you call it, anti-aliasing. Oh yeah, I think I gotta beat all the evil trees. Ha! V for victory. But yeah, thanks for still sticking in, 13 Roost, for still being here. It's pretty cool. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out too, Joe. You probably could have screwed Griffith over something fierce if he would have, yeah, killed that. I think it was all the laws of causality, as Void would say. It was meant to be that way. There was nothing you could do about it. But Guts proved pretty capable in his ability to struggle. If none of you know, the PS2 game that was never released here got an English patch. It's a Japanese game only. It didn't even get a PAL release from what I know. But it got an English patch, so, and it's a really good English patch, so you can all play it. As long as you want to. I play it on the TV because I got a modded PS2 on a CRT, how it was supposed to. But any fan of Berserk should probably play that because it's during the fun Black Swordsman arcs. When you get past all that Golden Age shit. It's not that shit, the Golden Age. It's just, I'm tired of constantly rewatching it. It's a really good setup for all the fun stuff later. Wish I was reading Berserk back when I was like a kid. I'd probably have a little bit better talent at drawing. I need to be introduced to stuff like that and see line work in harsh contrast black and white like that, and then go, oh, okay. Because I would have really dug it. The monster designs in there probably would have influenced me really hard. Yeah, what's a thief gonna do? Come on. Thief's gonna die. That's what they do. I hadn't touched this game in a while, by the way. Thanks for the fun stream compliment, but yeah, I only really put, like, when I got it, I put a bunch of time into it, and then I stopped. This has only been I pick up and play it whenever I have some time to, and I think the best time would probably be now, considering Miura's death. And, my like and love of the series. Misery Kino, that's what's up. It's not just Salt, because the Misery, that's the difference. Misery Kino is different from like torture porn. It's the reprieve. It's like your protagonist is fighting against the author's ability to make everything horrible. And I think that's what makes a good character, is his ability to suffer and overcome through suffering. Because Guts isn't immortal. Everything is everything can still kill him, and he gets really fucked up a lot. But they write in ways for him to recover just in enough time to. And plus, they gave him Puck. Puck's a character that pretty much just gives him free heals, because fairy dust is a very potent healing reagent. Went to Sam's, bought a $5 chicken, ate a $5 chicken. That's what's up. It's amazing how much meat we have and how cheap it is, how plentiful it is in this country. Because apparently, from what I was reading, Napoleon ate chicken as a royal dish that he ate by himself. His soldiers and stuff did not eat chicken. He ate chicken. Tasty, delicious rotisserie chicken. And now we're at a point where you can find, like, man, literally just $5 exact for a whole chicken. Steak's been going up though. I have to should go back to Sam's Club and buy some steaks. That's where I normally get my steaks. Because normally they're all bought up by the time I get them at another grocery store. Can't find a single steak, but you can find a lot of them at Sam's. The thing is, you have to get them in like packs of 4, so they wind up costing like $40. That's on the cheaper end. You can get some like 4 New York strip steaks for about $40. I want to get it for less. Like, if I can find them for a little less, I will. The less I spend on them, the better I feel. But steaks are really a, like, once a month treat for myself. It's not something you can buy all the time, but steaks are delicious. And when I get them, I do not fuck them up when I cook them. I have not tried like a dry rub overnight marinade or anything like that. I'm with you, man. Too much for steak. You know, $40. You're like, and it gets even higher. Like when you want some good shit. Maybe it's 5. I think you get 5 steaks for $40. So maybe it's a little bit better. But they're real good. They're like, hey, shout out Brick Boy. Greetings from Germany, my peeps. Hey, man. Sweet. We got bros from all over the world. There was a cool thing that the people in Final Fantasy 14 did, I think, is the MMO on the when Miura died. They all like decked out in their big gear and their big armor and lined up, put a little bonfire in front of them. Some people were playing on their they were playing the Guts theme on their little guitar thing. I don't know how the game works. I have not played Final Fantasy 14, but I was watching a video and it was pretty impressive. We're doing good, man. We're doing hella good. The more people that show up, do even better. How long have I been streaming? It says I've been streaming for 2 hours 23. I might, if I can beat this by the 2 hour 30, I'm probably gonna call it a little quits. It should. They're all around the similar. I think they're all made by the same company. This game style reminds me a lot of the Warriors Orochi series. Orochi. I think Joe knows a lot about who actually worked on that stuff. Mmm, 3 a.m. Damn, man, good job hanging in there. I will say that these streams are not Euro friendly. Like right here where I'm at, it's almost 9 o'clock exactly. Sometimes you got nothing to do at 3 a.m. I know what that's like. I was sitting watching the Berserk anime all night. Yeah, Koei Tecmo. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I like Musou games. Dynasty Warriors clones is what we used to call them back when I was in elementary school. I'd play probably any series that I like. I get kind of tired of them. Like, I don't want every series I like to constantly be a Musou game. But if you're gonna make one, I'll play it. I did like Drakengard for that. Drakengard had a different take on the Musou kind of thing. Where instead of having a big, diverse group of characters you could play as, you play as one character, but there's a diverse group of weapons you can level up and use. Ooh, what's happening? Is this the snake guy? Slytherin. 10 points to Slytherin door for hanging out in the forbidden section of the rec room. Puck should know about Inhumans. Come on, you're Fey folk. Ooh, yeah, Mad Lad's doing everything. Touching every IP. I want to play a Dragon Ball Z Musou. That would be weird. Can't see. Camera! I might as well close my eyes. Can't see anything. Yeah, is it all? Yeah, literally every one of the games they've done. Has there not been one alternative Musou? Like someone else who like did their own? I guess Drakengard. I don't know if Drakengard was done by Koei Tecmo. Maybe it was. Oh, want that one. There we go. Saved it. Whoop, my finger slipped. Did that wrong. Time to press R2. R2. R2! Alright, kill him with a tornado. Oh, I didn't kill him with a tornado. He's getting bonked, man. He's bonking me. Okay. That's cool, man. I usually watch PS2, 1, and 3 games because I'm collecting the stuff from my childhood. Currently, I have around 1,100 games in total. That's no joke. I try and I've been collecting too. I keep really my choice games, especially ones that I've lost throughout my childhood, like ones I've sold. Ooh, man, I regret myself. Biggest regret, sold my Misadventures of Tron Bonne. Ooh, man, do I feel like a dickhead for doing that one. It's like I had it right here in my hands. Great deals is how you try and survive and get your gear up. I've to try and diminish a lot of the I modded my PS2 so I could just put as much crap from my childhood as I want. Cause man, it's quite the hefty chunk of change for some of that stuff. Especially PS1 games. Those ones are tough to find and to get for a decent price. My heart goes out to you, Brick Boy. I know what it's like to lose your favorite games. That you didn't think. It didn't even cross my mind. I was thinking about money. I wasn't thinking about the future. There we go. Man, that took 12 minutes. These levels are too long. 2 hours 30. It's pretty long. I think I'll do a quick. Maybe if I can just chat for about half an hour, I might do that. Let's go back to that. Look at my list. Stuff I could talk about. Never played, I don't think I played Poi Poi 2. Maybe I did. One of those weirdos where you play a lot of games. Covered that. Talked about Metro Redux. I guess this could be something I could. I don't know. I'm gonna go on. Shouldn't talk about other crap. This is Miura time. This is somber, sad moments for my man, Kitaro Miura. He made this game. He didn't make this game. He made the source material. I agree with 13 Riffs. Robotic Alchemic Drive is most definitely what's up. I love Sandlot. I love EDF. I love Global Defense Force. I love Robotic, not that one, Zangeki no Regnalev. I don't even know how you pronounce it. Gitaru Man. Oh man. That one's a good one. I wish we made more. Oh, I got bounced. Because I'm in a car. Wish we made more, like story-based rhythm games like Parappa or Gitaru Man. I'm not talking about Guitar Hero where you're like, oh, I go to different band spots and... Ooh, Jade Cocoon. I like Jade Cocoon as well. Steambot Chronicles and Ronin Blade. I don't think I played those. Maybe one of the other two dudes in chat. Lost a classic. And now Sandlot's stuck in the what was it? The EDF mines, forever pumping out EDF games until the end of time. I was a big I watched my brother play Shadow Hearts, and I never played it. I was actually surprised I never played Shadow Hearts. It made me upset that I never played it because that game was really cool. Let's see, man. Oop, move that. No, I don't want that. I'll leave that like that. Let's move that up here. Where'd it go? I don't think, yeah, it'll move the whole thing. That's not what's up. But if you're tuning in, especially you, Brick Boy, this is just gonna be you don't have to stick around. This is just gonna be like chatting. Just chatting until it reaches about the 3-hour mark, maybe. Maybe. If I might run out of stuff to talk about just on the stream. I found some, to recap, I found a, like clip art of some Jeep. Cut it out, ran it through GIMP. Even in OBS, to get the bounce effect, I made a green screen in OBS and then put the thing on it and then recorded it while jostling it a little bit. So that's the effect you're seeing down there. And then this behind me, my buddy Joe in chat recorded using, I think, the Osmo Pocket camera. I think that's what he used. Down a bike trail. We had it left over in our like video footage that we have. Also, PS1, my fave will always be Monster Rancher 2 or Monster Farm. I love the Monster Rancher series as well. I have a lot of really good memories of digging through my parents' CD collection. And anywhere, even at my grandma's and stuff, and scanning all the discs to look for monsters. That was probably the only time I ever cared about something like that. About, like, I want to catch them all. Look at, I could scan this, I can scan this. Scanning hundreds. Hundreds. Oh, is it GoPro Hero 8 on the bike? Is it using the steady gimbal? Because it's pretty steady. I was thinking about getting some shots like this with the Osmo 2. I haven't gotten really any shots recently. I haven't. Just never really have anything to do around this town. This town's small. It's not that small. This town's dead. This is a dead town. Wow, it's pretty good. It's good stabilization for built-in. It looks like gimbal. Yeah, Monster Rancher. I'll read that. I watched Monster Rancher as a kid on German TV, but I wish for the games to be more like an RPG with exploration. Could have been way cooler. They tried that with Monster Rancher 4 as a slightly larger exploration / RPG mechanic. Because I get it, yeah, where it's more or less like a Tamagotchi. Because yeah, I like the anime too. I watched the Monster Rancher anime as a kid as well, and I was like, I like this. I like Suezo. Suezo's a cool monster, or whatever they called him in other things. The yellow guy with the big eye. That's what people mostly remember about it. If they don't remember Mochi, the little Pikachu proxy alternative. I like that the monsters die. I think it's all the secrets. It's like as you play it, you're compounded with different events that you aren't aware of that may not have happened in your like your first monster's life. Like when you get the Raki. The Raki's my example of it, is when you get the mysterious package in that game from some fan, and it's like a doll. And when you get it, you can't really do it. You can throw it away, I think. But if you don't, it like takes your monster's soul and comes to life and becomes your new monster. So you have this living doll. Thought it was pretty cool. You sit on TV, come on, automatically 7 a.m. watch, but that's cool. I like that idea. Have your TV automatically come on. I didn't even think about shit like that. I was a sucker and just woke up early. What's a green screen? What's a green screen here? Suezo. Oh, and one of the things that helped was all the monsters had like fusion kind of forms where you could take a Suezo and you could have a Suezo that was different among all of them. So you had like a lizard Suezo and a gel Suezo and a dragon Suezo and a berry Suezo so they all were basically the same monster, but they just all you could also take that like any of those monsters and then do the reverse with that. So you could take a dragon or a dino and mix it with a Suezo and get like this weird yellow dinosaur with one eye. This is weird shit. I like weird shit. Man. I'll zip it up. There. Hey, who's driving this thing? Hey, watch it back there. What does my brake screen look like? Let me check that. Okay, I just wanted to be sure. It was just a thing I made. It's what I normally do. It's my real hobby is to video production, art creation, 3D modeling. Ooh. Streaming came second after we were getting all this stuff. My best friend really liked Hop, and it was like a bunch of mini games with the monsters. Oh, really? I don't think I knew. I might look that up. Oh, I got my phone in the car. Is it connected? No, I need to. This is what. I had to connect it to the car. It's connected via USB in the car. Man, these military surplus Jeeps, top of the line. You bounce around a lot, the shocks are all messed up. Remember when they used to just release like card games for shit? Is like everything had like a stupid card game spin-off? That was cool. We need to do that again. Digimon even had a like card game spin-off. I think even Jade Cocoon did. Something like that had a... Okay, yeah, hop about. Alright. How have I not played this? Brick Boy, you gave me something I haven't played before, man. And I thought I played all the Monster Rancher games. Damn. Maybe it was one I passed up, because I used to rent a lot of stuff from a video store. Every time I go to the video store, I'll just grab another thing, grab this thing, grab that thing. Oh, this week, what was up? That's how I played, like, a lot of crap. That's how you play the crap. You're like, this is only gonna last. This is a 3-day rental. Like, Digimon Rumble Arena. I played that once. From the evil move. He played the game like an ace. Yeah, I'm into card game stuff like that. Not the like real card games, but if you can give me like an actual video game card game that's just based on it, I'll play it. That's pretty weird and fun. Especially if it's based on stuff. Like if they had a Dragon Ball Z one, because Dragon Ball Z had a card game. And if they made a weird run-of-the-mill game. Oh, really? Legend Dragoons. Well, it was pretty expensive from what I remember when we bought it back in the day. It was one of them pricey games. It was like we had to pay full price for it. Even though it was like a greatest hits copy, full price. The greatest hits on PS1 are the only ones I tolerate. PS2 and PS3 greatest hits, get them out of my life. I don't want them. Like, the first time I owned Parasite Eve was in a greatest hits version. So that's the one I clung to. That was the one I played. I had the opportunity to buy, they were the same price, either the greatest hits one or the non-greatest hits one. I picked up the greatest hits one because it reminded me of the one I had from my childhood.
Greatest hits chats in the house. Know what I'm saying? Tubes.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't talk about this. I was playing Dragon Ball Z Fighters, the fighting game, and I was really enjoying going through it. But then I played for 2 hours and it didn't autosave and the game like froze and I got like a PS4 error and I had to go. I just uninstalled the game. I was like, oh, uh-oh. I wasn't gonna get mad at it. I was like, uh-oh. I'm out. I gotta turn this off. Cause I beat the Z Fighters story mode and I was about done with the villains one. Ooh, save luck. Oh man. That shit puts me in a mindset. There's only been few moments in my life where a saved game loss has resulted in me just flat putting the game down forever and not picking it up again. I always wanted Digimon World as well. My cousin had Digimon World, but spoiled brat. It's like I was the Digi-Chad. I wanted Digimon. But then they gave him Digimon. I was only stuck with these Pokemon games on Game Boy. I do have Mr. Mosquito on my PS2. I played a little bit of it. I like Mr. Mosquito. I also like Mad Maestro. Weird games are what's up. Especially those WarioWare games. Anything. Any weird game where you're like, that's weird. Oh, what's where you fight giant women? It's you play like the EDF and you have to fight giant scantily clad women while they're destroying the city. I forgot what that was called. It's on PS2. Another one close, Galgun. That's a recent kind of one. I'm a big rail shooter fan, so anything weird that's also a rail shooter I'm into, and Galgun's pretty weird and is a rail shooter. It's also sexy. It's a sexy ass game. Ooh, horny ass game. Ooh, why's that game so horny? Damn. Nah, man, keep your 2 copies. That's just fine. One day, I will find it, and I will buy it. It's just a matter of time. If I treat my cards right, fate will provide me with my own copy. I just got done. I watched My Name is Earl for a little bit, so I'm all about karma. Yo, if I act good enough, if I follow my list of all my good deeds, karma will provide me with a copy of Digimon World. And it'll also bring me back my Stretch Armstrong Vac-Man that I like. Anything can happen. I bought a Boglin. A Boglin! Little hand puppet Boglin. I wanted one when I was a kid, but couldn't afford it. It was too expensive. Now, as a grown man, I was able to buy one. It came back out. The original creator re-released them, and I got a Boglin. Now let's see the same thing happen for Digimon World. Oh yeah, I also put my headphones in the car too, don't worry. If you collect Japanese games, brick. Let's for one, Ore no Ryori, a weird mini game. Oh yeah! Oh man. I played that on a PlayStation 1 demo disc. And it was so weird. It was like one of my first introductions to weird Japanese games. There's like no translation whatsoever, but you could kind of figure out how the game worked just by playing it a little bit. And that was wacky. A restaurant simulator. Oh, and it was all sprite based and it had all these weird little 3D mini games on it. Take it like roaches would get on your desk. You had to squish them. You had to wash your plates, and you all had to do it quick while balancing all the restaurant patrons. That was pretty cool for a game.
Find you in a better place.
I'm also looking for like Juggernaut. That's my pet game. It's a weird Myst-like full motion video point and click adventure horror game where like you go into the mind of a possessed girl and then you're now in this new. It's crazy. Like the demon that possesses the little girl, you go into its memories as well. So then you start to ping pong through realities and it's like a 3-disc game. And I only rented it like a couple times from the video store. I've never found it ever again. Juggernaut. I've that's on my. I have a hard drive that I put all my PS2 games that I have legal copies of, and Blood Will Tell's on there. That's on my list of games I want to play. It's like a. I think it's the one based on the story of the samurai whose all of his limbs were stolen by like 100 demons. Let's see. And it's like a hack and slash. Yeah, 100 is Steve. That's treat yourself. Called Dororo. Yeah, I think it's also based on folklore. Like, it may be based on that anime, but I think the anime is based on folklore. But yeah, I was totally into that one too. Yeah, brutal and anime. That's where it's at. I can never remember, but I got, man, like all those Japanese games have dude's got fucking katana in his arm, shit, man. All I got's a finger that's a Sharpie. All I got is this literal thumb drive. Ha 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 ha, pun. My pun game is on point. But yeah, PS2 games we're really getting a pick up on. I've almost run out of all will to want to play modern day games. The PS4, I felt like it was going to be the last console I was going to buy for maybe a good, decent amount of time. So I was going to probably catch up on some old games that I haven't played. So I play, ooh, Rising Zan. Ooh, I want that too, man. Samurai Gunman. Johnny No More. Also want me a Brave Fencer Musashi copy for PS2. That's one that I played a demo of that I like played over and over and over and over. I was like, this is a cool game. I wish I could own it. It might be called something different. There might be like a PAL translation difference or something. I don't know. Kind of like how Contra is like Robotron or Probotector. I think that's what it's called. Oh, really? That was Age Tech published it? Man, that's probably going to be unfathomably expensive. I don't think anybody even owns a copy. Yeah, it's about $100. If you want factory seal, it's going to be $200. You can probably get a pretty decent price on it. Some people might be hawking their busted basement drenched versions of the game. Yeah, turn up the contrast, kick up the contrast, turn down the saturation.
Holding hands, running wild and free.
I agree. Whenever you don't know how to color correct your scene, just take all the saturation out and turn up the contrast, and then you look like you belong.
How we dreamed about a better life. Holding you so close to me.
coming to get you, Barbara. Look, I'm living in a George Romero movie.
Just lost in our memories, and I sure hope you do remember me like I remember you.
You always gotta have a dance party in your car. Sadly, my favorite game store had to close. Made some great deals, and since they made their own prices, yeah, bought under the skin. Ooh, yeah, under the skin. That's a good price for that. Kaido Racer 1 and 2, 15 each, and Running Wild, man, yeah. The last time I got a really good deal at one of my like local non-GameStop used game shops was like back in 2013. I got the first Silent Hill complete for $15 for PS1. I was like, ooh. All the stars aligned, and those are the moments I wait for. That's what's up. Hold on. It's mirrored, so if I'm pointing at chat, I need to point to the opposite of chat. Yeah, RIP game stores. Now you get these jerks that literally just go online and they look up the game they got and they look up the first price listing and then go, that's what it is. And you're like, ooh. Another time was around 2013. My auntie found a copy of Eternal Darkness at a game shop for about $13 complete. And I was like, are you kidding me? And because I asked her, she was like, what do you want for Christmas? I said, Eternal Darkness for GameCube? And I was like, I don't think you'll be able to find it. It's kind of expensive. And then she went to her just local game shop and said to the guy, you got Eternal Darkness? He's like, yeah, we got one copy behind here. We don't put it out. $13. She still don't understand the deal she got. I dream of deals like that. I think I was hanging out with Mr. Joe in chat, and we were fetching Dreamcast stuff. And I don't want to tell too much of the story because he might want to tell it on one of his streams. But we found some pretty cool stuff that they didn't have out. You had to ask specifically. Be like, do you have any Dreamcast games? And they're like, well, here's a stack of all the best Dreamcast games ever, and they're for all of them. You can give them for $40, all of them. Those are good times. Shame they're never coming back. That's life, though. Like, my most recent big purchase for a game was I spent like $40 on the Japanese Biohazard Chronicles collection, where they give you your real physical copies of the PS3 versions of Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles. And you can't have those physically anywhere else, so you have to buy the Japanese version. And sometimes you gotta make that jump. And since they're rail shooters, pretty straightforward. And they're voiced in English. And managed to get my copy. Oh yeah, that's a good deal, man. For $40. I wonder how long ago you got that. That thing's been set. I wouldn't ever open it. I'm like, just emulate it. Don't open it. Just leave it shut, man. That thing's that's an artifact. It's only going to go up more. It's just because now EDF is getting more and more popular. The more popular it gets, the more their older games will just kind of keep going, kind of like Dark Souls. Like if you had a copy of Shadow Tower or just let it close. Yep, it's for the best. Shout out to all the used game stores they used to get good deals for. Put on, gotta do it SNL 70s style. Look like I'm hanging out. I'm admiring some girl's art. Yeah, I see what you try. Hey girl, I see what you tried to do with that. You really bouncing the light and shapes off of it. Me and Warhol used to hang out. Three hours, three? I'm feeling a little exhausted for streaming for 3 hours right now. But I am digging the conversation I'm having in chat. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should stop streaming or just go for a little bit more. It'll be worth way more, man. You think my sealed copy of Metal Gear Survive will be worth more than $5? I was a sucker and bought it for 15. I'm such a loser. Such a jerk. Oh man, that really bummed me out. I went over to Joe's house once when I had Metal Gear Survive, and I picked up. I tried to play it, and it was like, you can't play this without internet connection. And I was like, no internet connection. I need an internet connection. I was like, Kojima? Why are you playing me like this? It is the one with the zombies in it. And I think Masahiro Ito, the guy who worked on the monster design for Silent Hill, did the monster design for Metal Gear Survive. I can make this look better. I want to look like a floating head. Just ahead, going for a ride. I'm a new Transformer. I'm Brobot. Or that's always my go-to. I'm a new Transformer. I'm called Slacker. Choo, 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 choo. Gotta fly around. Let me filter. Oh, wrong filter. Damn. Change stuff quickly. There we go. Yeah, hang out at the far end. Haha, keep coming down, you'll never catch me. This is normally when I'm about to end the stream, is when I'm really messing around with stuff. I'm a creepypasta. I remember being scared as a kid from Medieval. I had played it back then on a demo disc. I did too. I played. That's why I own it, or why I used to. Oh, that's another one of the games I sold. It's another one of the games I sold. Not a good time. Oh, sold Parasite Eve. Oh, my man calling out Skull Monkeys. Every time, man, I went to the video store and I was like, I'm gonna rent Skull Monkeys. And I never rented Skull Monkeys. And it wasn't only until, because I love the Neverhood, and I played the Neverhood a bunch, and I didn't know Skull Monkeys was literally a sequel to the Neverhood. So, fucking egg on my face. Yeah, Medieval, loved it. One of my faves. Never came to play that. There wasn't a point and click except for the gameplay's drop. That's okay. Tell the clouds that I said hey. That's okay. Yeah, I think it was more or less like, it was a very weird, surreal point and click that its puzzles weren't based on anything really logical, but it's like the humor and the world and all the claymation and stuff in the Neverhood was really caught me right. And Skull Monkeys is just literally an action platformer, so it's like the Neverhood, but just like a better game. I think an action platformer makes for what that game should be.
Yeah, I know it's a phase, but it's harder to realize that I'm
Capital F. Look like I got bald spot, damn.
When I got older, and all the things I could have done if I was smart.
Put this on backwards. Rock my b-boy stance. But I gave away my Parasite 1 and 2 to a guy. Thought he wasn't my friend. Sad, man. I'd shed a tear if my heart wasn't so full of hate.
I want to fly away, far from my mistake.
Cruci Final. It does not sound familiar. We're trying to out indie each other.
Far from my mistake. My baggage has too much weight. Hey, hey. So my bed is where I stay. Tell the clouds that I say.
Ah. Intelligent cube. Looks cool. I'm looking at gameplay right now of it. Of Cruci Final. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's neat. Maybe that's where I should Monty Python's Flying Circus. I love Monty Python. I was more into in their movies. My cousin was huge into oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting the I want to say Monty Python and the Goblet of Fire, but that's not what it's called. The Holy Grail, that was it. He was really into Holy Grail, but I was into Life of Brian and Meaning of Life. I liked those two a lot. Meaning of Life probably more so. It was their last one, but I like that. Love that shit. Raising Dragons was Terry Jones, my fan. It was always so rad when weird writers and creators would dip their toes into video games. I agree. Like when Phil Hartman voiced Captain Blasto for that game. That was pretty weird. That one probably be more rare because that dude's dead. I want to play the game where a dude's dead. Play dead dude games. I also remember NEC where people could make their own games on a special dev kit. That sounds pretty cool. That kind of reminds me of what was it? Kingsfield has a dungeon creator type dealy. I'll set it back. Normally people get tired of that. There. If you don't like. Mess with this, just slowly tweak the bar. The Kingsfield, aka the guys who made Dark Souls, made those games, and they had their own kind of like developer kit thing where you can make your own first-person RPGs. They contain some dark energy. It's just how it goes sometimes. Maybe I should do a little bit slower so it's a slow fade. May hold the... There we go. But I'll say 13 Riffs saying there are probably some games made by the weirdos on a NEC that contain dangerous amounts of dark energy. The darkest, sinister... There we go. Oh, now it's autumn. There. It goes, there's summer, autumn, summer, autumn. Oh, yeah, I forgot I can do that. I've never done inverted hue shift. This is next level. We're getting at a point where I'm gonna end the stream because I've been sitting down in a chair solid for about 3 hours, 60 minutes, and that ain't good. You know what I'm saying? You're getting blood clots, could go to your heart, give you acute arrhythmia. You're gonna die like fucking Miura died. No offense, shout out to Miura, but I ain't gonna get taken out by no blood clots. Brick Boy, do you play your PS2 games on a classic CRT television, like a PAL television? Because that's what I do. I can't play them like any other way. I need to play my classic games on that CRT. It's my Midwestern accent. My cracker US accent. Mozzarella sticks. I don't know how the world's bouncing too. OBS is a pretty cool program for the kind of weird compilation effects you can do. You just throw everything together. But yeah, that's how you do it. I got myself a Sony Trinitron. I browse forums. I'm a I browse the classic forums. I go into CRT threads and shit. Shit posts with all the dudes in there about their TVs. I have not taken pictures and posted my TV because I'm gonna try and stay away from stuff like that. Don't want to post too much of my personal life on internet forums. But yeah, Google gobble, Google gobble, Google gobble. One of us, one of us. I'm purist. Not in all forums. I do backups. I do illegally pirate backups. I think I did that wrong. Yeah, I play my backups. They're illegally pirated. It's a good stream. Had a lot of fun. Real hardware. I work with real hardware. Right down here, you know what I'm talking about? As a man, I have real hardware. Functioning hardware. I think I'm gonna have some robot do all the things for me. No. I'm so much a purist, I will get my TV sent in for repairs when it breaks. The inevitability that it goes, I'm getting that mother fixed. I'm not going to play PS2 without a CRT? Are you nuts? It gets so I almost play my PS3 on a CRT cuz just some games are like interlaced. Interlaced 720 kind of works for some of those games. And plus on the PS3 you can have a lot of PS2 games. And those function exactly like a PS1 game. Or I said PS2. PS1 games on PS3. And it is backwards compatible, the PS3. One of the last times it was ever backwards compatible with stuff like that. That always makes me sad. Because that's what turned me into a purist, was my inability to play my old games. Like my PS3 can't play PS2 games. I have all these PS2 games, but I can't play them. Used to. Apparently the old the first run PS3 when they came out had PS2 backwards compatibility, so you could play your PS3, 2, and 1 games all on the PS3. And that's pretty cool. But you can't play PS3 games on your PS4. And I don't know what the fuck they were thinking not doing that. Turns me into a purist. I gotta keep all these consoles around. I gotta keep cables. I gotta know I gotta grab converters. And since I'm already doing that, I convert my computer to a component signal using an HDMI converter. So when I play my old DOS games and stuff, they run through my CRT and they wind up looking pretty aces. I also watch old anime like that. If you have some like DVD rips of stuff, they look really good on your CRT television if you're running it through like that. And I can go for 10 more minutes. Make it 3:30. Sure. I only stream like once a week. Or I try to. If I gotta like force myself sometimes. But if I don't have a little bit of the liquor, it gets a little bit tougher. Sometimes coffee will help me out. Drink a pot of coffee, ready to stream. Bury me with my hardware. Ooh, and you know what? Us purists, with our big CRTs, biggest muscles. Name one little kid that had to heft that 80-pound beast upstairs. Pick it up from out the street where you found it, put it in the back of your car, and then dig that thing out, bring it inside. Your generation of hernias. We're the hernia generation. Oh yeah, I bought some cool games from the store that I couldn't enjoy before, like all the Arc the Lad. Yeah, Arc the Lads. I heard about those. It sound fun. Joe might know about Arc the Lad. He was into more anime before I was. It took me a little while. I had a girlfriend back when I probably should have been in anime, and she was really into anime, but I wasn't. I was like, yeah, I watched Digimon. Yeah, I watched Monster Rancher. So she was mogging me with her anime knowledge. But now I mog her. Now I'll do the mogging. Arc the absolute mad lad. What else? Big muscles, high test. Strong, young, and healthy. That's what we are. And you get that by carting around giant CRT televisions all your life. Is there anything that's 80 pounds that kids these days like have to move? I remember being at like my grandma's house and we had like a loft, like a loft apartment above the garage, and whenever we wanted to go back and forth between the basement and that, we had to pick these huge TVs up and go downhill. The options were go downhill and then try and get to the back door of the basement from you got a top, or you go in through the house and you bump into everything. Ah, exactly. Best. Truer lines have never been spoken. I had a girlfriend when I should have been into anime. Should have been. I've probably been a way bigger loser in high school if I was into anime. It's like I don't have any association with these people. Like I can make them laugh, but they're not cool. They never really talk with me about like, ooh, excellent, perfect time to leave, man, because that was right when I was gonna end the stream. I sadly gotta go. 4 a.m. Thanks for streaming. Great talk, overall entertainment. Hope to catch you all next time. Have a good one, guys. You too, Brick Boy. Thanks for coming in. Excellent for hanging out and chilling with us. That's most definitely what's up. If you want to see Jinx on the same channel, we got 2 guys that do streams that are roughly the same. But thanks for chilling out, man. Good night. Ah. Hey, perfect. And with that, oh, the world just shut off. What is this? What is this? Oh, it turned off. Oh. Oh. The stuff guy. Don't go. Shall we do? Hello? Hello? Am I the only one alive? Don't leave me out here. Chief, don't leave me alone here. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. Hello?